Welcome back. It's The Perspective. We're going to go highlight November. We're midway through December. We're going to go recap what an awesome November we had. First off, we launched November with our company trip to the Dominican Republic. What an awesome place that turned out to be. Great event, great feedback, golf, everything. It was awesome.
Yeah, best resort we've ever stayed at, no question. Amazing vacation. The other really cool thing to me that happened in November, we officially gave away a Tesla to McRae Foster. So that was a big deal. Giving away cars is always kind of a cool mile marker for the business and for the rep receiving it to put in a lot of work.
This ain't no lease.
That no lease, just cold hard cash, and McRae worked his guts out for it. It was so cool to see.
Yeah, I think it was rewarding the right behaviors too, right? He was one of the first ones to market when RDX Power started. Just the right guy to win the right incentives. So that was pretty cool. We have a couple incentives going on right now. We want to highlight those. We're in December. The Headhunt is going through December. That is the recruiting incentive that is happening in Q4. And then the Radix K, an opportunity to go fund your own investment account. So that's pretty awesome. Hey, Branson, I don't know if you can zoom in on my shirt, but wanted to jump in on the numbers. I've got my lead shirt on today. We had great numbers, but there's one market that has just owned this idea of the lead program that we launched November 1st. And there you go. Thanks, Branson. And it was Arizona. So some good numbers coming out of November, but primarily out of Arizona.
Yeah, what we're seeing is any market where we have a lead DM established with the DMs in that office and market is flourishing right now. So the lead program is absolutely working, and it's working at its best when you really have a lead DM empowered. A goal that we've set for the business is to have a lead DM hired and empowered in each one of our markets across the country. And so we'll continue to push on that as a business to help make sure that that leadership is there. But really cool to see what's happening. One touch point on the Headhunt. Man, this time of year, there's so much going on with Thanksgiving and Christmas and all these different events that you're going to. You're always around different circles of influence. Opens up a lot of opportunity to go recruit new people into Radix. That Headhunt thing is hey, we're paying for an activity, a team activity for your team, just to go bring new blood into the business, bring them to the activity. We're giving away prizes for people that come. But that is the National Sales League. And gosh, I'm falling in love with this National Sales League. I can't even wear a different hat because the gear in our program is just so good. I wake up every day and I've got 100 hats in my closet. I'm like, nah, I'm wearing this hat because it just fits right.
The beauty of solar and what solar has created is, maybe you've been in the door-to-door space for a really long time, and maybe it was with a different product. At the Christmas table this year, you can now open your mouth to somebody that you wouldn't have otherwise. You see what I'm saying there? Like there's professionals, whether they're aunts, uncles, cousins, brothers, sisters, whoever, who maybe had a career that you weren't willing to talk to about, going and selling one of the other products. Solar is such a great opportunity, and the space is prime for that. So yeah, I'm glad you said that.
I literally had a conversation last week with an incredible individual that's been in the investing market industry, and he was making $700,000 a year, and he's looking at solar because he sees it as a better opportunity for him and his family. Let's jump into the numbers. Getting into the numbers for November, something that I see changing within the organization as we've grown is that the focus has shifted from being at that regional level, competition to competition, to now there's enough markets and offices across the country that really the competition is at that office level. A lot of leadership taking a lot of pride in their teams, and I want to promote that. Like, my word, if you're a DM over a market, that should be your focus week in and week out. Go be the top office that week. Go be the top office for the month or the quarter or the year. Go really fight for that and have a lot of team pride in it.
Yeah, there is a lot of competition there, and the lead program's working so well. We had a DM that reached out to us last week and said, I have more leads than I do have closers, right? So if you're a closer in the industry watching this, we've got teams out there that have more leads than they have closers that need help closing. So
Yeah. So going over top offices for last week, these are the guys that have a lot of leads flowing, right?
this is for November.
This is for November.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Thank you. In the number 3 spot is South Carolina with 20 accounts sold. In the number 2 spot was the Dallas, Texas market with 26. And then our number 1 office there in AZ, this team has been crushing it both on the lead and closing side. The Apex team with 39 accounts sold last month. Huge props to Shreve and Trey Nix and all the leadership there making that happen. The lead DM just freaking killing it. And it's Tate Moser,
Tate,
just been
crushing it.
awesome.
Yeah.
Like, it's so good to see that group just really grasping the model and taking off with it. And you can see it in their numbers, 39 accounts in 1 month from that team.
Yeah, that team is not afraid of hard work at all.
No, they grind.
And if you're a team that didn't get mentioned in the month of November, go hit the numbers so that you can get mentioned in December and January and onward.
Going through our top 5 reps for the month of November, at the number 5 spot, Payson Erickson with 9. Number 4, Marcos Cano with 10. Number 3, Paulo with 10 as well. Number 2, Mr. Zim Zim, Jake Zimmer with 13. And then holding down that number 1 spot, Jacob Shreve with 17 accounts sold in the month of November.
Yeah, leading out for that number 1 team, number 1 spot. So super impressive for him.
Yeah, so those are the numbers for November, and really impressed with where we came in. It definitely exceeded my expectations, kind of where we're at for the year, right? Which ties into the next thing I wanted to touch on, which is our goal for the year mixed with our contribution goal. We had a charity goal to raise $50,000 this year to go help On Watch and fight against human sex trafficking. In that, for me, when I go to set my goals every year, I always think of those 2 goals being very closely attached, meaning whatever my production goal is for the year and whatever my contribution, my impact, my give back goal is, it almost feels like there's some weird karma between those 2. If you hit the one, you hit the other. And so for us coming in with our On Watch donations, with the goal of $50,000, exceeding that and raising $75,000 to go fight against that, just incredible.
Yeah, so impressive. I have watched you for years, honestly, set goals and do that. So I think sometimes you say something and everyone's like, he just did it this year. But I think, honestly, probably the last 7 or 8 years at least, I've watched you attach a production goal right along with an impact or give back goal. And that's always impressed me about you. And our challenge for everybody this year, as you're in that goal setting mindset, is do that for yourself. What is your production goal this next year? What are you going to go accomplish financially? And then what are you going to do to give back? So, and kind of leading into that is then talking about our wealth creation coming January 22nd, 42X, another plug for that. We have been announcing speakers all along the way. So excited to, just that event is going to be so good. And the impact that it not only can have for you, your spouse, your reps, your team, recruits, anybody that you can bring to it, I would encourage you to bring to it, because I haven't had anybody that went last year that was disappointed that they went.
Yeah, so we have that event all day, and then that night, the Radix Award Ceremony. And at the award ceremony, we literally spend the evening recognizing each one of you on your path to building wealth and living a life of purpose. And those awards that we hand out annually will be that night at the Radix Awards. That I'm glad you hit on those 2 things, because they are major events coming up. Some of my favorite things that we do as a business are the Radix Awards and 42X. For me, the last thing that I would say, it is the season, so I wanted to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. What a phenomenal year. We'll end out the year right around 300% growth year over year. We're grateful to each and every one of you. We love, we're wearing our red shoes today. We love each one of you, and wish you the best Merry Christmas possible.
Love you guys.